Picture this. You're a scientist studying ancient DNA in your lab, and suddenly you discover something so mind-blowing that it changes everything we thought we knew about human history in the Arctic. You find evidence of a mysterious group of people who lived in one of the harshest places on Earth for thousands of years, then just vanished without a trace. This isn't science fiction, this is real life, and the discoveries scientists have made about this ancient Arctic tribe will absolutely blow your mind. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the most incredible discoveries that are reshaping our understanding of human history. Today, we're talking about one of the most shocking archaeological and genetic discoveries of the past decade. Scientists have uncovered the story of an ancient people who survived in the brutal Arctic for over 4,000 years, developed incredible survival skills that would put modern survivalists to shame, and then mysteriously disappeared, leaving behind only whispers in the DNA of modern Arctic peoples. But here's the kicker that has researchers completely stunned. These ancient Arctic dwellers were unlike any other group of people who ever lived. They were so genetically unique that they formed their own separate branch of humanity, and when they vanished, they took their incredible secrets with them forever. Let's start at the beginning of this incredible story. About 6,000 years ago, when most of the world was enjoying relatively warm climates, a group of brave humans decided to do something that seems absolutely crazy by today's standards. They packed up their lives and moved to one of the most inhospitable places on planet Earth, the Arctic regions of North America, including Alaska, northern Canada, and Greenland. These weren't just any ordinary people looking for a change of scenery. These were the ancestors of what scientists now call the Paleo-Eskimos, and they were about to embark on one of the most remarkable survival stories in human history. Imagine trying to survive where temperatures regularly drop to 50 degrees below zero, where the sun doesn't shine for months at a time, and where finding food means hunting massive, dangerous animals like woolly mammoths and polar bears with nothing but handmade spears and incredible courage. For the longest time, scientists thought they had a pretty good understanding of how people came to live in the Arctic. The story seemed straightforward. Ancient peoples migrated north, adapted to the cold, and eventually became the ancestors of the Inuit and other modern Arctic peoples we know today. It was a nice, clean story that made sense and fit all the evidence they had at the time. But then, something extraordinary happened that changed everything. In 2010, scientists working on the largest genetic study of ancient peoples ever conducted made a discovery that sent shockwaves through the scientific community. They extracted DNA from ancient remains found across the Arctic, expecting to find a clear genetic connection between the earliest Arctic peoples and modern Inuit populations. Instead, what they found was so unexpected that some researchers initially thought there had been a mistake in their analysis. The DNA told a completely different story. These ancient Arctic peoples, who scientists had been studying for decades through their tools, art, and settlements, were genetically distinct from every other group of humans on Earth. They weren't the ancestors of modern Inuit peoples. They weren't closely related to other Native American groups. They were essentially their own unique branch of humanity that had survived in isolation for thousands of years. Think about how incredible this is for a moment. While the rest of humanity was spreading across the globe, mixing and mingling, trading genes and cultural knowledge, this group of Arctic survivors was living in complete isolation in one of Earth's most challenging environments. They were like a lost civilization that managed to thrive where others would have perished, developing their own unique ways of life that were perfectly adapted to surviving in a frozen world. Scientists gave these mysterious ancient people a name: the Dorset culture, after the location where some of their artifacts were first discovered. But the more researchers learned about them, the more amazed they became. These weren't primitive people struggling to survive. They were master craftsmen, skilled hunters, and ingenious inventors who developed technologies and techniques that modern survival experts can barely comprehend. The Dorset people created some of the most sophisticated Arctic survival tools ever discovered. They carved intricate harpoons from bone and antler that could take down seals through thick ice. They built snow houses that were so well designed they could maintain comfortable temperatures inside even when it was deadly cold outside. They created waterproof clothing from animal skins that was more effective than many modern winter garments. But here's where the story gets even more fascinating and mysterious. Recent archaeologists' discoveries have revealed that the Dorset people had skills that completely shocked researchers. For example, scientists discovered that they knew how to spin yarn and create complex textiles thousands of years before anyone thought this was possible in the Arctic. This discovery literally rewrote the textbooks about Arctic cultural development. Even more incredible, the Dorset people created some of the most beautiful and sophisticated art ever found in the ancient Arctic. They carved tiny, intricate figures from ivory and bone with a level of detail that rivals modern sculptors. These weren't just decorative items either. Scientists believe many of these carvings had deep spiritual and cultural significance, suggesting that despite living in one of the harshest environments on Earth, the Dorset people had rich, complex belief systems and cultural traditions. The genetic evidence also revealed something that absolutely stunned researchers. When scientists analyzed the DNA from Dorset remains, they found something they had never seen before in any other human population. The genetic diversity among the Dorset people was incredibly low, suggesting that they all descended from a very small group of original settlers. One researcher said they couldn't remember any other evidence of a population having such low diversity in their genetic makeup. This discovery raised incredible questions about how such a small, genetically isolated group managed to survive for thousands of years in one of the most challenging environments on Earth. By all accounts, they should have died out within a few generations due to the problems that come with a small gene pool. Instead, they not only survived but thrived, developing one of the most successful Arctic cultures in human history. But then, about 1,000 years ago, something happened that has puzzled scientists ever since. The Dorset people, who had survived ice ages, climate changes, and thousands of years of isolation, suddenly vanished. Their settlements were abandoned. Their sophisticated tools and art were left behind. It was as if they simply disappeared into the Arctic wind. Around the same time the Dorset people disappeared, a new group arrived in the Arctic. These were the ancestors of modern Inuit peoples, known to scientists as the Thule culture. The Thule people brought with them different technologies, different ways of hunting, and different cultural traditions. They were highly skilled seafaring people who used large skin boats called umiaks to travel vast distances across Arctic waters. For years, scientists assumed that the arrival of the Thule people led to the disappearance of the Dorset culture through conflict or competition for resources. It seemed like a logical explanation. One group of Arctic peoples replaced another, as has happened countless times throughout human history. But the genetic evidence told a different story entirely. And this is where the discoveries become truly shocking. When scientists analyzed DNA from both ancient Thule remains and modern Inuit populations, they found virtually no evidence of genetic mixing between the Dorset and Thule peoples. Despite living in the same regions for potentially hundreds of years, these two groups remained completely separate genetically. This finding amazed researchers because it goes against what usually happens when two human populations encounter each other. Throughout history, when different groups of people meet, they typically intermarry and share genetic material. But the Dorset and Thule peoples appeared to have lived alongside each other with virtually no genetic interaction whatsoever. Some scientists speculate that cultural differences between the two groups were so significant that they remained separate communities. Others suggest that the Dorset people were already in decline when the Thule arrived, and that there simply wasn't enough time or opportunity for significant genetic mixing to occur. But here's the most shocking discovery of all. Recent genetic studies have revealed that the Dorset people didn't completely disappear without a trace. Hidden deep within the DNA of some modern Arctic populations, scientists have found tiny genetic signatures that could only have come from the mysterious Dorset culture. It's like finding fossil DNA that proves these remarkable people left at least some mark on the genetic landscape of the modern Arctic. This discovery has researchers incredibly excited because it suggests that the story of the Dorset people is even more complex than anyone imagined. Maybe small groups survived longer than previously thought. Maybe there was some limited interaction with other populations that scientists are only now beginning to understand. Or maybe the Dorset people found ways to integrate into other Arctic communities while maintaining their unique cultural identity. The implications of these discoveries extend far beyond just understanding Arctic history. The story of the Dorset people challenges our basic assumptions about human migration, survival, and cultural development. These remarkable people proved that humans could not only survive, but create sophisticated, successful cultures in environments that seem utterly hostile to human life. Their story also demonstrates the incredible resilience and adaptability of human beings. The Dorset people faced challenges that would defeat most modern societies. They dealt with climate changes, resource scarcity, and genetic isolation that should have doomed them to extinction. Instead, they developed some of the most ingenious survival strategies ever documented and maintained their unique culture for over 4,000 years. Perhaps most importantly, the discovery of the Dorset people reminds us how much we still don't know about human history. Despite decades of archaeological research and advanced genetic analysis, scientists continue to uncover evidence of human populations and cultures that completely challenge our understanding of the past. The Arctic, which seems like such a remote and well-studied region, continues to yield secrets that reshape our knowledge of human civilization. The advanced genetic techniques that revealed the truth about the Dorset people are also being applied to other mysterious populations around the world. Scientists are discovering that human history is far more complex and interesting than anyone previously imagined. There are likely other lost cultures and forgotten peoples whose stories are waiting to be uncovered through similar genetic detective work. Tawad. A story of the Dorset people also highlights the importance of preserving and respecting indigenous knowledge and cultures. While the ancient Dorset culture vanished, modern Arctic peoples like the Inuit continue to maintain traditional knowledge and survival skills that have been passed down through countless generations. These living traditions provide invaluable insights into how humans can successfully adapt to challenging environments. Climate change research has also gained new perspective from studying the Dorset culture. These ancient people survived through multiple climate shifts, including periods of warming and cooling that dramatically changed the Arctic landscape. Understanding how they adapted their survival strategies to changing environmental conditions provides important insights for modern climate science and adaptation strategies. The artistic and technological achievements of the Dorset people continue to inspire modern researchers and artists. Museums around the world display Dorset artifacts that showcase the incredible skill and creativity of these ancient Arctic dwellers. Their intricate carvings and sophisticated tools demonstrate that innovation and artistic expression can flourish even in the most challenging circumstances. Recent archaeological excavations continue to reveal new aspects of Dorset culture that surprise researchers. Advanced ice-preserving techniques have allowed scientists to recover organic materials that would normally decompose, providing unprecedented insights into daily life, diet, clothing, and social organization among these remarkable people. The genetic legacy of the Dorset people also raises intriguing questions about human evolution and adaptation. Their unique genetic signature suggests that human populations can develop distinctive characteristics when isolated in specific environments for long periods. This has important implications for understanding human diversity and the complex ways that genetics, environment, and culture interact to shape human populations. Modern Arctic communities have embraced the discoveries about the Dorset people as part of their rich cultural heritage. While the direct genetic connections may be limited, The story of these ancient Arctic survivors resonates with contemporary indigenous peoples who continue to face challenges related to climate change, cultural preservation, and maintaining traditional ways of life in a rapidly changing world. The mystery of the Dorset people's disappearance continues to fascinate researchers and capture public imagination. New theories emerge regularly as scientists discover additional evidence and apply new analytical techniques to existing finds. Some researchers speculate that climate change played a role in their decline, while others focus on cultural factors or possible conflicts with arriving Thule peoples. International collaboration among Arctic researchers has accelerated discoveries about the Dorset culture and other ancient Arctic peoples. Scientists from Canada, Greenland, Alaska, and other Arctic regions share data and coordinate research efforts to build a more complete picture of human history in these remote regions. The story of the Dorset people reminds us that human history is full of remarkable achievements by people whose names and stories have been lost to time. These ancient Arctic dwellers accomplished something extraordinary. They created a successful, sophisticated culture in one of Earth's most challenging environments and maintained it for thousands of years. Their legacy lives on in the genetic signatures hidden in modern DNA and in the incredible artifacts they left behind. As scientists continue to study the Dorset people and other ancient Arctic cultures, new discoveries will undoubtedly emerge that further challenge our understanding of human history and capabilities. The Arctic continues to be one of the most promising regions for archaeological discovery, as melting ice and advancing technology reveal new sites and artifacts that have been preserved for millennia. The incredible story of this mysterious Arctic tribe that shocked researchers reminds us that our planet's history is filled with remarkable human achievements waiting to be discovered. Every new finding adds another piece to the complex puzzle of human civilization and demonstrates the incredible diversity of ways that people have learned to thrive in every corner of our world. These discoveries about the Dorset people represent just the beginning of what advanced genetic analysis and archaeological techniques will reveal about our shared human past. As technology continues to improve, we can expect even more shocking discoveries about ancient peoples who lived, thrived, and left their mark on human history in ways we're only beginning to understand. If you found this incredible story as fascinating as we did, make sure to hit that like button to support our channel and help us bring you more amazing discoveries about human history and science. Share this video with anyone who loves learning about ancient mysteries and remarkable human achievements. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss our latest videos exploring the most incredible discoveries that are reshaping our understanding of our world and our past. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video where we'll dive into another mind-blowing discovery that's changing everything we thought we knew.